Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Frostbyte. Hope everybody's doing really well. Good to see you, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. So we've got the solar eclipse coming up. I've got this on the screen up above me and over here. I'm running both portrait and landscape mode. So if this is something you want to see, if you see this in portrait mode and you want to go to landscape mode, then go ahead and fire over into landscape mode. You can go ahead and do that. Let me open that up a little bit. So anyway, welcome. I hope everybody's doing really well. So I've got a couple things that I want to share with you guys today. There's quite a few things that are really cool about this particular eclipse. And I want to share some things with you as we see this. Again, you're going to be seeing either, depending upon where you're at, which one you're coming in on, you're going to see it above me, or you're going to see it to the left of me here on the screen. Again, if you haven't already done so, please do me a favor. What's going on, Malcolm? Jesse, how you doing? Hope everybody's doing well. Thank you for being in. Good to see you guys. Thank you for being in here. Pistol Packing Pilot, what's up? Stacking Kraken, Everyday Opportunity. What's going on? Vote for Pedro. Hope everybody's doing well. Farm Dog, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. So again, depending upon if you're in portrait or landscape mode, yeah, we've got it set up. Yeah, they'll schedule it in 2045 if you can't see it. I've got cloudy skies here, so I'm not going to be able to see it. So I wanted to kind of put this up here for you guys to see it. They're showing Mexico through Texas, all the way up Kerrville, San Antonio, Dallas. We're getting rain. It's kind of drizzling outside, but I wanted to pull this up so everybody could see it. But I also wanted to talk a little bit about some of the history that happened within coinage and the solar eclipse. So I figured it'd be something to do while the solar eclipse happened. I thought it'd be fun to kind of share. How do I get to landscape mode? If you go up to the top in the pin chat, you should be able to click on it. It should take you to landscape mode. If it takes you right back to portrait mode, let me know. I've got to flip-flop those. But in chat, if you're in landscape mode, you want to go to portrait mode, then you can do that by going to the pin up at top, and then you can go to the other side, and it should work. I've got two different layouts here. One that's good for the phone where you can see it up at the top. And if you're watching it in the wide mode, then you can just see it there and you can see everything together. Again, the premise of what's happening is just to show you guys what's going on. Man, I wish it were clear here today. Went outside a couple of times and it's cloudy, it's drizzly. I am going to be able to see a little bit of the decrease in light. I'm going to open a blind up here in just a second so I can do that. But this is basically what I see here, which is on the screen now, which is kind of just, it's blotched out. You can't even really see the sun. All through Texas, all the way up through, you're going to be kind of seeing this. There are some areas up north Texas where we're getting a clear skies. This is about where we're at right now here in the Texas area. We've probably got a good, I don't know, 30 minutes or so before this thing kicks off. It's only going to last about 4 or 5 minutes here. But absolutely stellar. You can see that in Mazatlan, it's just about to kick off. Really cool. I figured I would share this. So just everybody's aware, it's going to be Pistol Packing Pilot. You're nuts, brother. So it's good to see you guys. Thank you all for coming in and hanging out with me on this. You can see, like I said, it's just about to kick off. But, you know, I'm a coin channel, so I wanted to make sure that I shared some stuff with you. And in chat, if anybody can tell me if they know the first year that it was observed in the United States, this is kind of a trick question. If you could tell me when the first solar eclipse was observed in the United States, I got a prize for you. So if you're watching, go ahead and throw that in there. I've got 18 people sitting in chat right now. Our coin's making sense. Michigan, outstanding. This is great. Hope everybody's doing well. Thanks for coming in and hanging out with me while this goes on. We're really close. Again, only about 15-20 minutes away. We do have SkyQuest, who's actually in Kerrville, which is just about 45 minutes north of me. Picked him up. What's going on, Philip DeBoard? How you doing, bud? Good to see you. Who came in, hopefully. Hey, Linda Nelson, good to see you. It's getting dark here in Arkansas, too. Yeah, that's awesome. We've got a little bit of a delay. I'm going to step away here for just a second. Can anybody tell me when the first one is? Does anybody know? I'll give it just another minute. Ah, you're really close, Philip DeBoard. Really close. Not quite, but we're getting close. I'll give you guys just a few moments. Hopefully everything is good here. You can see Mazatlan's about to kick off to the full eclipse. They got just a sliver. I think this is awesome. I don't see the 1977 Malcolm off by about 200 years. So the first one that happened was 1778, just 2 years after the United States independence was the first one observed. Ironically, it was observed by our first president, George Washington, who actually documented it accordingly in a lot of their military memoirs. I think that's extremely cool to know that some of the first documentation was done by Thomas Jefferson as well as our former president. Again, really cool. Now, what else is cool about this is that in 1806, it also happened. This was observed by the National Park Service. And as you know, in the 1906, we were still looking at some of the seededs and the early coin designs. So really cool there, man. Mazatlan's about to go pitch black. We're going to see a little stuff here in just a second coming up from Mazatlan. That's really cool. 1878, another great year. First year for the Morgan dollar. That was another good year where we went into totality. Thomas Edison himself actually was able to illuminate utilizing some. So we're starting to see some of the digital refractory coming as it goes total darkness and it's trying to pitch up. It's absolutely gorgeous. That's cool. Another cool year was 1932. 1932, ironically, was, yeah, I think we lost Mazatlan. We're seeing just the sliver. There we go. Now we got it. That's outstanding. Look at that. There's the diamond ring. God, that's so cool. Oh my God, that's cool. God, I wish I could see that. It's starting to get dark here. We're seeing the temperature drop a little bit. We're seeing that darkness come, and now we got totality. We're only about, 15 minutes or so behind 1778 Stack with Kraken. That is correct. That was the first year. We're about 15 minutes or so behind Mazatlan in the totality, so we'll be kicking off here in about 15 to 20 minutes. I'm going to step away for just a second and head over. Now, Nancy Vincent at 1659 might have been observed in that area, but it's not quite there. But 1778 is a really cool year. 2 years just after that, it was observed by Washington. Cool stuff. 1963, again, another cool year because of space race and things that were happening during that time frame. 1970 and then 79, again, were a couple major ones. And then again, here in Texas, we had something that was really cool that doesn't happen very often. And that's we had two eclipses, both an annular and a total eclipse, which has obviously happened today, happen just 6 months apart from each other. So a lot of cool history. You can see right now, if you look at the screen, you can see an amazing image of the total eclipse coming from Mazatlan, Texas. I'm going to be stepping away from the screen just a minute. I've got a window that I've got to open and make sure that I can observe. I've also got my camera on my phone. I've got to set up. I'm going to be recording the change in lighting that's going to happen. So I'm going to be stepping away here for just a second, but you're going to be able to see this. If you look very carefully in the lower right quadrant, you'll be able to see some areas. You can see kind of some of the solar flares that are eking off of this. So if you can see my mouse, you'll see some areas right here and down here. These are solar flare activity. You can see that in the corona. Again, the corona is hotter than the surface of the sun. And so there's a lot of cool things. And again, folks, if you're watching this and you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. Let's pound that out. I know I've only got one that's already done, so thank you very much for that. But pound that subscribe button, hit that like. I'm taking time off of work to bring this to you so that I could do something. I thought that would be fun. Talk a little bit about coins and stuff like that at the same time frame. But I think this is really cool. I'm hoping you guys enjoy this. I wish I could show it to you live. But again, I'm going to take a second away. But again, you see these coronal mass ejections is what they're called. And there's these solar flares. And actually, there's one that it's supposed to be pretty major that's supposed to be happening. There's a lot of sunspots. As you look at some of the other imagery, you can see that. But these coronal mass ejections, you can see that giant. Right now, we're at that total mark. You can see the clouds as they pass in front of that kind of adding to the kind of fluctuation and the flare of the corona. But you'll see that giant solar flare down here in this section, which is really, really cool. It's cool to be able to see this. You see another solar flare up here about the 1:30, 2 o'clock margin. But absolutely awesome to be able to see those coronal mass ejections and those solar flares that are happening here on the sun. What's really cool about this, what I really enjoy about this particular item, is that we're getting a lot of solar activity during this time frame. So this solar eclipse is really nice in the fact that we have a lot of activity on the sun right now. Actually, activity on the sun is increasing. So we're able to see, you can see that it's a really beautiful coronal mass ejection down here at the bottom. I'm not sure how we can do this. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit on that. That didn't work out so well. Let's see if I can bring that in just a little bit. There we go. It's a little bit better image here. You can see that kind of right there, that nice little ejection that's happening. Absolutely stellar. And again, the information, this is streaming from NASA. And here we go. We've got the release. That time frame has done. We'll lose the ability to see anything now. And again, it's just absolutely fabulous how quickly this goes on. Now, they're going to be cycling through different points. The filters are now off, or the filters, excuse me, are put back on those cameras. So you'll see that everything goes really dark. Here in just a few minutes, they should be taking this camera and shifting it over to another part of Texas. And then here in about 15 minutes, they should be heading out to Kerrville, Texas. Now, again, for those of you who are on board, who were no pistol packing pilot, ejection, not ejaculation. Thank you for that anyway. But it is really cool to be able to see these kind of things and to see this elevated activity of solar activity on the surface. You can see the sunspots as it starts to fade away. You can see that kind of going through. They claim that the moon is rusting. Well, they need to use it more. Could be iron ore. I'm not sure exactly how that is. I know that during this time frame, they launched a couple rockets during the eclipse, not into the eclipse. There's a lot of BS around that particular item. Again, if you're not a subscriber and you're watching this, please go ahead and hit that button to subscribe. I really do appreciate it. It helps the channel. Again, trying to come out and bring out as much as I can to help in this. I definitely do appreciate that. Hopefully here in just a minute, we'll leave the Mazatlan area and we'll come up to Kerrville. Again, here you go. This is a great one coming into Mexico. Hopefully these skies clear up in a little bit. You can see the sunspots that are on the surface of the sun as they bring this through. We have a lot of cloud cover. Got a new subscriber. Outstanding. Thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate Lady Copportunity. Thank you so much. Brain Bending Broadcasting is subscribed. Thank you so much for those. I appreciate that a ton. We've got, again, just changing information here. Unfortunately, with the weather pattern over northern Mexico and into southern United States, we've got a lot of areas that are covered by clouds. Unfortunately, you can't see a lot of great detail, but if we get little breaks, you'll be able to see. It looks like we might be getting a little break here. If you look upon that crescent, you'll be able to see some of the sun spotting that goes on, especially when they zoom in a little bit. There's a couple really large sunspots. Hopefully you'll be able to see those here in just a second. But there are really large sunspots that are currently on the sun, kind of in that center, just under the lower median. Not really able to see much there. Before they shifted the camera and the clouds came over, you could see that last little surface. Every once in a while, you'll see kind of spots like that. Unfortunately, in this formation, you won't be able to see the coronal mass ejections. Those are located on the other side of the sun currently right now. But as that sun moves across the sky, you're going to be able to see some of those. When you get that full ring, again, look at that like 1:30 time frame, and then again down around that 5 o'clock time frame. The one that was at 5 o'clock was a nice, beautiful arch, Great solar ejection. There is where you can see some of the surface of the sun. You can see that just a little bit. You'll see a lot more spotting on that particular one. They didn't keep that view very much because they want to show totality. That'll be coming up here in just a few minutes. Again, smash that thumbs up. If you're a new person to this stream, please do me a favor, consider subscribing. I really would appreciate it. It helps the channel out a ton. We've already got a couple. So again, thank you for everything that you do. Thank you for joining me today. This was kind of an impromptu thing. I was hoping that we would have some better weather, but it didn't work out. So I wanted to put something together to where you could see the stream. You could still see kind of what's going on. This actually provides you multiple areas. So it's going to go for a little while. So we'll be running for about 45 minutes. We should be able to see 5 different major cities and setups by NASA in that time frame. So I figured this would be a good place for you to come and check this out. I wanted to put this together to benefit the community and just say thank you for everything you guys do to support the channel. So thank you all for that. Jesse Nuttenberg, how you doing? Wolf Metal Stacking's in the house. Thank you so much. Inglorious Stacker, thank you for being here. I do appreciate you. What's going on, OC Stacker? Brody Click says it's going to hit Florida. I think it's going to be above Florida. Florida's too low. You won't be able to see it in Florida. Here we go with the diamond ring. Outstanding. We're going to be seeing that totality here in just a moment. That diamond ring is absolutely fabulous. Only stays for just a second. And it's always better as the sun approaches totality. It's better than when it leaves. When it leaves, it's really brief and then it just floods back in. But here we go. Again, you'll be able to see. Outstanding. And again, down here in the lower right-hand quadrant, around that 5 o'clock time frame, you'll see that coronal mass ejection. It's down here. It'd be good if they would adjust that camera ever so slightly. What's going on, Nanostax? How you doing, my friend? Thank you for coming in. I definitely appreciate you being here. Thank you for doing that. Again, if you're not a subscriber, it's really easy. Just click the button. And thank you for coming in and saying hi. I definitely appreciate you. Yeah, it makes me so sad, Lady Opportunity. I was so looking forward to this. I've been trying to find and see one of these for years. I've been looking all over the place for a long time, hoping that I would be able to do one. It just so happened that one was crossing. I was really, really anxious about being able to see it. Like, I had stuff set up and we're getting drizzles and rain and stuff. It's just, it's miserable right now. I am seeing some darkening in the skies. It's going to be cool to see it go dark here. Again, I will be stepping away for just a second from the camera to walk over to be able to open this little window area so that I can see it get really dark in this area. Again, folks, I've got this in 2 formats. I've got wide format and then I've got portrait format. If you're on a phone and the wide is too small, you can either turn it sideways or you can go up to the pinned and chat. Then you can come over to the other side and you'll be able to see it in portrait mode. Portrait mode, you get a much nicer picture at the top of your screen of the eclipse. It's not so small, and I'll be located down below. If you're looking at it from the portrait side, then obviously you got the both. You should be able to see a really good image. The image here is nice. It's not nearly as cool as the one from Mazatlan just a little bit ago, but we're going to be breaking that out. Down there in the bottom right-hand corner, again, is where that giant coronal mass ejection was just a second ago. There you go. You can kind of see it right down here. I'm glad they turned that down just a little bit. You can see they quit zooming out a little bit. You can see there's one here and then one down there. There you go. They went the right direction this time. There's that coronal mass ejection. You can see that solar flare, excuse me, right there. Absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful structure, beautiful setup. They've done a really good job setting things up. Amelia Oliveira, hope you're doing well. Thank you for coming all the way from Brazil. Hope you're well. Hope you're enjoying this, man. Look at these ejections, man. These are awesome. This is amazing. Stacking with Kraken, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Hey, Neil Hans Dynasty, thanks for coming in. Appreciate you being here. Hope everybody's doing really well. And again, this is going to take from southern the United States all the way up through New York. We're just about ready to pass out of totality. You can see that kind of area down here on the right-hand side. We're about to break that diamond ring on the right-hand side. Here in San Antonio, we're not going to have a really good view of this. We're only going to be able to see kind of the darkening of the skies. We're already starting to get dark skies. I'm going to step away for about 20 seconds to go open up the blinds a little bit so I can see the darkening outside of my window. So I'm going to step away for just a minute, but please do me a favor. Continue to chat. We're going to see this here for just a few more seconds. Do me a favor, please, if you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. It really does help out the channel. If you haven't done so, please smash that like, and let's get people in here to celebrate and enjoy this. There we go. Diamond ring just explodes. We have just passed totality. We should be passing to Kerrville here in just a second. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open those blinds, and I'll be right back. Thank you. Yeah, it's a total bummer. Total bummer, man. We have cloudy skies. It's absolutely nasty. Now we are getting a darkening of the skies here. We really don't see much, which is just, it's heartbreaking. I really wanted to see this. I was hoping that we would have something cool occur. It just isn't going to happen for me today. So I wanted to throw this up. What's up, Compton? AZ Coins, Opus Singers in the house. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. I definitely appreciate you guys popping in. Again, I wanted to do more. Unfortunately, I just couldn't get the view. I just, you know, cloudy, rainy, Mother Nature, what do you do, right? She gives you a show and then takes it away with some cloud cover. So, but the good thing is again, the footage that I'm watching right now, the footage that's shared from you is coming from NASA. I don't want to take ownership or credit for this, but the reason that I wanted to show you, so here's another one. This is coming from Arkansas. Look at that beautiful orange color. That's freaking amazing. They've got about 40 minutes before this one kicks off. Ronald Harris is in the house. What's up, Ronald? Good to see you. Again, please do me a favor, folks. Please smash that thumbs up. If you're not subscribers, please consider doing me a favor and hit that subscribe button. I really would appreciate it. Again, if you're in landscape mode and you want to see this on your phone, you can either flip that phone sideways or you can click in the pinned one in chat. If you're in the portrait mode and you want to go see this on your computer, or you want to see it on a laptop, then go up there, click on the other one, click on the pin, and it will take you to the other one. I've got both of them up at the same time. So we're streaming this both in landscape and vertical mode. You can come to whichever side you want, whatever works best for you. I set that up. I want to give you the best possible view that you can. Unfortunately, this is what we're looking at in Junction, Texas. So again, this is what we're seeing in San Antonio, a bunch of nothing. So if you're in Junction, Texas, or you're up there in Kerrville and you're not getting to see stuff, man, I'm really sorry. Real is a bummer. I wanted to bring you something nice. Unfortunately, we got cloudy and nasty skies. This is just crap. Patty, I'm in Mexico now and all the dogs are running back. Trying to figure out what's going on. That's funny. Awesome. I wish I could pin that. That's awesome, but I can't pin it because I've got the link to the other one. But Patty, thank you for that. That was funny. I appreciate that chat. Again, if you're new here and you haven't come in, please consider hitting that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, and put something in chat. Let me know where you're from. So I know we got people from all over the U.S. coming in and out of here. They're popping in and popping out. If you're coming in and you're in that path of totality, do me a favor, enter a 1 into chat or something. Let me know. If you're not, then enter a 2. Compton says it's cloudy in Kentucky, but hopefully you're able to see this. This is another one that I was really hoping that they could get a good photo of, because when they get to this point in this particular image, you can start to see the sunspots that are located about the 10:30, 11 o'clock position. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to see that very well here. Frosty, I know you can't play the song. It's a total eclipse of the heart. Yeah, I know I can't do it, but I watched it on CNN in Mexico. I mean, it's really cool. Again, this is coming from NASA. The reason that I did this is because I knew they were going to be streaming it through about 5 or 6 cities. And so I wanted to present this to you in this fashion. I wanted to bring it to you live from my area. Unfortunately, with the cloud cover, we're not going to get the whole thing. Now, we are going to get totality, so it's going to get dark here. The temperature's already dropped probably about 5 to 7 degrees. We are getting darker-ish, but we're not getting dark. I wanted to set the camera up and connect it. Unfortunately, my connection's just not working. Hey, what's up, Tiger? How you doing, bud? Good to see you. Tiger Stacker's in the house. That's a channel. If you haven't gone and seen him, go check out Tiger Stacker. He's a good dude. He's actually away from his home for like 10, 12 days. Working in New Mexico. He's away from his wife. So go check him out, send him some love, give him a thumbs up and stuff like that. That would be absolutely awesome for him. And for those of you who don't know, our good buddy, John Howe passed away on Thursday, and we've got a massive benefit that's going to be going up for him. If you don't know who John Howe is, John Howe was a really good dude in our community who did a lot. He suffered from cancer and unfortunately passed away the other day. So we are going to do a huge benefit. So if this is something you're interested in, connect with Vote for Pedro. He's in the chat right now. Let him know that you're interested in learning more about that. We'll be getting details out into the community, just trying to help his family out to ensure that we get things taken care of, like funeral costs and things like that. He was a good man, and he really did a lot. If you're a vet, you guys know how much he loved our men and women who served in uniform. And so just a good dude. And it was sad to hear him go. I'm going to say this, it might sound whatever, but I'm happy he's not hurting anymore. The man was in pain. Cancer was really eating at him. And so I'm just happy that he's free of the cancer, right? And so, but when people go through this kind of stuff, it's important for the community to come alongside and stand up and give him, you know, the love and respect that people like that deserve. He really loved his community. He loved us as a people, and he loved us as a human being. So again, if you have the opportunity and you're available, please do me a favor. Keep an eye on Vote for Pedro. Send us a message. Let us know. If you want to email me. I'll do what I can to keep you abreast of the situation. But just like here, again, important events, even though I'm a coin collection channel and we talk about numismatic stuff and gold and silver and things like that, important events, I want to make sure you guys are aware of. And if I can do something to enlighten you or bring you more information or keep you up to date on certain things, I'm about helping people and sharing the information that I have. Again, we're really close here in San Antonio. It's really starting to get dark. Looks more like storm clouds are coming through than it is an eclipse. But again, we'll provide continued updates here for the next about 30 to 40 minutes, just to kind of get this one that's going through. Here we go in Dallas. Dallas and San Antonio are on about the same time frame. They got a little bit better weather up there. They still got some high cloud cover, but we'll be able to see a really good version of this here. George Dills is in the chat. Thank you so much. Vote for Pedro reminds me of something. Yeah, again. Yeah, well, you know, my lips are so chapped. I love that movie, but yeah, I think that comes from there. And it's a great one. Thanks for coming in, George Dillis. I appreciate you. Thank you for putting a comment in chat. Please do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up. And if you're not a subscriber, consider doing it. I am a numismatic channel. I talk about coins and silver and gold, and we talk about collectible items, not just US, but primarily US. But if there's something that you want to know about, if there's a coin or thing that you're interested in, you can always send me a message, put it in chat, let me know. I'll do the research. Anybody who's in here who follows my channel knows I'll do the research to provide you the best information I can. So if you're interested in those kind of things, hit me up, let me know. But again, you know, subscribing is free to you, but it helps the channel out a lot. So if you want to support the channel and in my endeavors to bring you the good information regarding numismatics, please consider hitting that thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. All right, Dallas, Texas. We are about 15 minutes or so away from totality here in Dallas. Again, just like much of Texas, it's inundated by cloud cover, so we're going to be experiencing that. We're getting really dark here. Now we're still drizzling. We kind of got some whatever, but it's starting to get really dark outside. Unfortunately, I can't take my camera and show you because the camera will adjust. But I wanted to bring you this. Hopefully we get a good, clear 2-3 minute clear skies out of Dallas, and you can see kind of what's happening here. I'm able to correlate what's happening on the screen to what's happening right outside my door. Unfortunately, cloudy skies and rain have prevented a lot from happening in that front. Michael Stacking, what's up? Good to see you. What's going on, Herman? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for being in here. I appreciate you coming in. Please do me a favor. Make sure you're hitting that thumbs up. For those of you who aren't aware, if you're looking at this in landscape mode and you want to be in portrait mode, just simply go up to the top of chat, click on that pinned message, and you can go over to the other one. You can bounce back and forth without having to leave, look at the channel, and figure out how to get there. I've got these to you in both. Whichever one works best for you is whichever one you can be in. I think of you as a coin channel, but you're unique by bringing us important events too. Lisa, thank you so much. I am a coin channel, but I want to make sure that you guys are aware. I'm more of information, right? I want people to be informed. I want people to know, but I'm a storyteller. I enjoy telling stories. I enjoy bringing information to people. And if there's something like this, I mean, really, how many of you, and it's unfortunate. Oh my God, it's getting dark outside. Oh, it's so cool. I wish I could show you. It looks, so like you're seeing Kerrville right now, and it's cloud cover. You can't really see it very well. You see a little bit. Kerrville and I are about 40 minutes away. This is exactly what we're seeing here. It's dark, folks. It's like really dark. I'm going to take a picture of this with my phone and show you. Like it's, I don't know if you can see this, but it's dark outside. Like it's dark. That's crazy cool. I mean, like it's pitch black. This is freaking crazy. I'm going to go step outside real quick and see if I can see anything. Give me just a few seconds. I'll be right back. I need to see if I can see any of this. I'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, sorry about that. We actually had a small break in the clouds. and I actually got to see a little bit of the corona. It's way too dark. What you're seeing here is just a kind of a break in the cloud. You're seeing just a little bit. This is exactly what I was seeing on my end. Sorry, I had to step away. I wanted to see if I could see it. Fortunately, I was able to get just a little bit of it. I was able to get a few photos. Again, not very good. Definitely cloudy, but I'll see if I can upload those on the channel and see if I can do it. But it's amazing how dark it is. Like it's like dark. So cool. I really wish I could have streamed this live. Unfortunately, it wouldn't have been anything. The only thing you would have been able to experience by looking at it is exactly kind of what you're seeing here, is it's just pure black. I think what's going to happen here in just a few seconds on this particular one is you'll be able to see kind of like the lightning of the skies again. The sky's already lightening up, so you'll see it here. So it's starting to pass now. The sky's starting to lighten up. It's already looks like mid-morning already, so it's lightening up pretty fast. But that was really cool. It was nice to be able to see this, to be able to experience. Hey, West Virginia Glitter, thanks for being in here. I appreciate you being in here. Again, yeah, unfortunately, we just didn't have the skies for that. You can see down here in the very bottom. Yeah, Kerrville, unfortunately, we didn't get to see that. Amen, brother. Amen. Yeah, it's starting to come back here. We've got the light coming back. They're going to be shifting here in just a few seconds. We're going to be moving up, I believe, to Arkansas. We'll watch that one. The sun's better there. We're going to go ahead and stream for about another 20 minutes or so. I know that they've got still nothing but cloud. I was able to see it. Unfortunately, the lighting is so low. I'm not sure how it turned out on my camera. Like I said, I will be uploading a few photos. I've got some stuff I'm going to do, but I wanted to bring this to you anyway. Here we go. We're going to be showing Dallas. Dallas is going to be really cool. We should see good images here in Dallas in just about 1 minute. I think we have 1 minute till Dallas goes into full totality. It should be really cool. Again, folks, if you're in and you haven't already done so, consider subscribing, hitting that like. I appreciate you coming in. I took some time off to make sure that I could bring this to you. Unfortunately, I just could not show you what was happening here in San Antonio because of the mist and the cloud cover. We've already got the sun up again. It's already passed. I can tell you one thing. It's cool in the middle of the day to see the sky go dark. That's really cool to see. I've seen some partials where the sky got a little bit whatever, but this is definitely crazy. Yeah, the solar flares are amazing. Frostbyte equals super nerd. You got it, bud. I'm amazed by anything astrophotography, anything astronomy. Larch, what's going on, bud? Yeah, no worries, man. I'm glad to help out. Again, I wanted to take a little bit of time. What's up, Ringmaster Ray? It's really cool. Do you got good skies over there, Ray? Hopefully you were able to get some good skies there. He's over in East Texas, kind of Northeast Texas. So hopefully he was able to see that there. He's got a few minutes. He's got about 10 minutes on. Dog World in you. Speaking of Tiger's wife, good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate the super chat. This is her 5th all-time super chat. So thank you so much for being that. I'm honored that you would throw those up on mine. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Again, the light here on the sky is doing pretty well. It's about 25% covered here. Just got a decent picture. That's really cool, Lady B. Again, it's a really cool event, a really cool phenomenon. We're about 20 seconds away. Tiger Stacker just gifted 5 memberships. Folk, if you're not a subscriber, do so, because we do these things periodically. Tiger's often in my channel. And if you want to get a free membership, all you got to do is subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you're eligible for gifts, and you too could get a free gift membership when people offer that. It happens a lot in here. So again, please, if you're here and you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing. Now, mainly talk about coins, but I talk about a lot of other things. I try to give you good, solid information about different stuff. I'm a nerd. What can you say, right? But I do want to try and bring you stuff like this. I think this is important. And when I feel like an event is important and we should share it, then I want to make sure that I do that. Speaking of sharing important information, if you weren't here just a few minutes ago when I talked about it, our good friend, John Howe, passed away. And so we're going to be doing some stuff for the community. So please do me a favor and make sure that you stay tuned. We're going to be doing some cool stuff. Thank you, Dog World and you. Again, another $2 super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you a ton. You got to go check out her channel. If you're an animal lover and you love animals and you like kind of how things get done and how you take care and how you train and the obedience of animals, you've got to go check out her channel. She does some amazing stuff over there. Her brother does some really cool stuff with animation and some AI stuff. You got to go check it out. It's really, really cool. They do some great stuff over there. So please go over and check them out. If you're an animal lover, you got to go check their channel out. It's cool stuff. Yeah, John was a good guy, WV Glitter, our good guy. He loved our community. Oh, look at this. How fabulous is that? All right, look at that corona around that. Absolutely fabulous. Looks like they're getting their camera reset. Hopefully they can bring that in, zoom that in, and we can see some of those solar flares that are happening in the lower right-hand quadrant. But yeah, John was a good dude. He loved our vets. He loved our nation, and he did everything he could to make sure that he provided good. Our thing about him is One for Wounded Warrior Project. He loved Wounded Warriors. This is the one from Arkansas. That one's going to be about 15 minutes away. This is probably going to be the last one that I show before I end this. There's another good one from Dallas. That's beautiful. Again, you can see over here, it's really small in this picture. You can't see it very well, but you can see the solar flares. We are in a heightened state of solar activity on the sun. And so we're getting a lot of really good solar flares. It's really cool. I believe the image that we're going to get from West Virginia, or excuse me, from Arkansas is going to be some of the best when it comes to seeing the actual solar flares. So you're going to want to stay tuned for that piece, because that piece, I think we're going to see probably the best imagery from that because of the clear skies and everything here. Very dark here in Mountain Home, Arkansas. Oh, that's awesome. So you're going to be able to see that real time. That is so cool, Linda. That I wish it was that way here. Dog World just became a member. That is fabulous, Dog World. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate the membership. I appreciate all you do. Thank you for all the support. You know, I absolutely love you guys. You and Tiger Stacker are great people, so thank you so much. Greenup County, outstanding. Compton, that's so cool. What's going on, Jack Gallman? How you doing, bud? Marion, North Carolina is in the house and represented well. But thank you, Dog World. I appreciate the membership. We've got sunny skies. Well, I shouldn't say we got bright, cloudy skies back in San Antonio. But this gorgeous, you can see that solar flare up in that 1 o'clock position. You can see that right there. Again, when they show the image of the sun, hopefully they've seen some of the earlier imagery. You can see the sunspots with that heightened solar activity that we have right now. And I'm hoping that these ones down here, the solar flare that they showed when they did Mazatlan, Mexico a little while ago, showed an amazing solar arch that cascaded through. It was a really, really nice solar eruption during that time frame. Brown Sugar, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Hey, Michael Stacking, what's going on, bud? Good to see you in the stream. I appreciate you. There's no eclipse here in New Mexico. No, it already passed. You're outside of the path of totality. You probably had about a 40 to 50%, but if you weren't in that area during the time frame, Tiger, you wouldn't have been able to see it. You can see the 4 solar flares here. You can see the 2 around the 2 o'clock time frame, and then you see 1 there, 3. Here comes the diamond ring. Padow! There's the diamond ring. That's actually turned out really beautiful. They got that lens flare there. They don't have the right fairing on that camera, but it turned out good. It's darkening here in Florida. Outstanding. That's cool. I didn't think you guys were going to get totality. Yeah, I thought you guys were going to get a little bit of darkening, but I didn't think you guys were going to get the totality in Florida. I think you guys were only like 60 or 70%, right, Malcolm? I can't remember. Arkansas is going to be the next one. They're going to be here in about 10 minutes. And again, I think your best bet for seeing the solar flare activity, yeah, gorgeous, gorgeous stuff. I think the best activity we're going to have when it comes to being able to see those solar flares are going to be the one that they show in Arkansas. So again, I want to stay tuned for that. Out of the 7 ones that I was looking at, Arkansas had the best imagery. They have the best cameras set up on it. Now, yesterday, I went and I took SkyQuest. He's one of the channel members. We know him. Hey, going home. What's going on? Good to see you. Thank you very much for being in here. Yeah, about 60%. Outstanding. Again, here we go with Arkansas. We're about 12 minutes out in this one. But I think because of that, you can see actually in that one, you can actually see right here and right here, very, very lightly images of some sunspots. There's quite a few sunspots in this area. The best one that you can see on the sun right now is about in this position. Living a Rogue Live, thank you for coming in. And again, if you're in here and you haven't been a part of my channel, you're new to the channel, but you like what you see. If you're interested in coins, numismatics, gold, silver, learning about the history of our nation's coins, learning about the value of coins, what to look for, learning how to understand what to look for if you have pocket change and you see all these channels where they talk about how you can make it rich in pocket change. If you want to know the truth, come subscribe to my channel. I'll make sure I give you good, solid information to help you out. But I also like getting out good information in general. So I'm going to bring you stuff like this. We talked about the shipwreck the other day that hit the bridge, talked about the actual facts behind some of it, being a sailor, being in the Navy, understanding how some of the engine room stuff worked, kind of broke that problem down. I really like making sure people have good information. So if you're interested in that, please do me a favor. It helps out the channel. I'm trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. I'm already at 1,705, as you can see on the screen. So please consider doing me a favor and smash that like. We're really, really close. We're about 10 minutes out on the Arkansas. I think Arkansas is going to be the best one for totality because the camera's good. You got clear skies there. I think we're going to be able to see some really good solar flares down there in the bottom right-hand corner. If you're in the area, oh my God, you're blessed. We had cloudy skies here. We had a really cool darkening. I was able to see it, got some decent imagery from my phone, but again, cloudy skies, very blurry. Not sure how well it's going to go through. Especially nerdy info. Thank you, Stan. Sorcerer Stan is another one of these guys in the community who's brilliant. Good dude. He's everywhere. Got a heart the size of Texas. And so thank you for being here, Sorcerer Stan. I appreciate that comment a ton. If you're not a subscriber, like I said, please consider it. I definitely would consider it an honor if you would follow the channel and provide me information on how I can make my channel and my streams better. I've only been doing about 1.5 years, but again, I'm on my road to 2K. And so please help me get there. I do appreciate that. All right. So we are about 1.5 minutes, maybe from totality here in Arkansas. Russellville is going to be blessed. They got some clear skies. They got some great stuff going on. And I believe this is where we'll have the best view of the solar flares that happen down here in this portion of the sun and up here around that 2 o'clock frame. I think these are going to be where some of the best ones are. Again, the imagery that you see here is coming streamed from NASA. I chose NASA to doing this. I'm not live on Facebook. Well, I don't know. I could be. I might be. We'll see. I'm trying to set that up. I might have accidentally gone live there. I don't think I am. If I was live anywhere, it would have been Instagram before here. But I'm still trying to set those up. Right now, I'm streaming 2 ways, both on YouTube, one in portrait mode and one in landscape mode to try to provide people some of the best that I can do. We're just a second away from totality here in Arkansas. Get ready. We're going to see the diamond ring. This one should be amazing. You're going to see it come about right here I'll go ahead and move that mouse out of the way so that we can see this. They should have removed the filter right about now, and we should see. Here we go. Patow! Look at that. Isn't that fabulous? We should see that little poof here of the corona. This never gets old. This just never, ever gets old. Absolutely fabulous. Oh, they're probably having to reset the digital for this. Yeah, there we go. But you can see the activity. Hopefully, we're almost at totality. As soon as a totality, you'll see the diamond ring. As soon as the diamond ring hits, yeah, Linda, it's amazing how dark it gets. It's crazy. But these little spots that you're seeing here on the sides, those are coronal mass ejections. Those are the solar flares. I was hoping we'd get better with the stuff that they had. Here comes the diamond ring. There we go. We're getting it. Boom. We're about to hit totality. It's just about there. Here we go. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my God. I love this stuff. It's fabulous. And as you can see, that totality, as it starts to happen, you're going to get that coronal mass around. You can see the solar flares. Yeah, that's such amazing. They need to focus just a little bit. But you can see these solar flares. These are massive ejections that are happening from the surface of the sun. These things are being kicked out thousands and thousands and thousands of miles out into space. And the one you saw earlier, the one from Ozatlan, was by far the best. You could see the arching in the lower solar try this again. Lower solar flare that happened down here. It's kind of fuzzy, kind of blurry down here. You can't see it very well in this particular picture. Oh, I know, Linda. It's amazing. Absolutely fabulous. How many people, by raise of hands, just enter a 1 in chat if this is your first solar eclipse that you've ever experienced, whether it's your first full solar eclipse or partial solar eclipse. There was one a little while ago, but you may have been out of the area. If this is your first one, please do me a favor, put a 1 in chat. Let me know this is your first one. I think this is fabulous. This is the first total solar eclipse I've ever been able to experience. I wanted to bring it live for you guys. Unfortunately, it's just the weather didn't really cooperate on our end. It did get dark. We were able to see a little bit with the corona, but you really couldn't see much else. For those of you that don't know, when you're talking about the surface of the sun and the corona, obviously the surface of the sun is the flat part and the corona is outside. The corona is actually hotter than the surface of the sun. Don't ask me to explain it. I think it's weird. You would think that would be different than the outside. Lent is a first full eclipse. That's absolutely awesome. And to see it with such amazing clarity, so cool. Brown Sugar's first, Compton's first. This is absolutely gorgeous. Lady B saw the one in 2017. I was in a plane and got to see the annular portion of it, but this is the first time that I've seen the full, and again, I got to experience it, but didn't actually get to see much of it, which kind of breaks my heart. I'm a hardcore astro nut and love this stuff. You're starting to see the sun shift more towards that bottom quadrant. We've got another 20, 30 seconds before that kicks out. Now down here in this lower portion, that is a really good solar flare. Unfortunately, the imagery is a little bit fuzzy. I was really hoping that the quality of the imagery coming out of Arkansas would be good. It had the best one leading up to it. Unfortunately, it kind of failed in comparison to the one that we had in Mazatlan. They're probably putting that on. We're going to get ready. You're going to see right here that sun's about to pop through. We're going to see that other diamond ring here in just a second. We'll see that kind of break out. Actually, we're not even going to see the diamond ring. They put the lens flare on to probably to protect that, so we didn't get to see that diamond ring as it exited, which is a shame. That's probably one of the coolest parts to that. Linda, I'm so happy for you. That's absolutely fabulous. That is so cool, so cool. My Mercury Vapor Light came on in the front yard. It thinks it's nighttime. We had birds freaking out. We had birds flying all over the place. They didn't know whether to fly or to land. When I was a teenager in the 90s, I wanted to take my brother's B-Day in 2017. It was his birthday. Oh, that's too bad. Oh, you did get to go in 2017. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, unfortunately, I was in a plane. I got to see the annular. And then again, being in San Antonio last October, I got to see annular. We were at about 80% or so, 85%. Temperature cooled off. It was really cool to see, but the total where everything went absolutely dark was fabulous. And so anyway, that's really cool. We got Carbondale, Illinois. Now, I'm not sure if they have this camera backwards. Yeah, it looks like we're getting ready to experience this. Looking at this edge of the image, I don't know how well this is going to show up in the screen. I can't tell how clear that edge is. The colors definitely are not there, so I don't know how well we're going to see the coronal mass ejections on this particular one. If you guys want to hang out for a little bit longer, please do me a favor, put a 1 in chat. I can stream for a little bit longer if you guys want to see a little bit more of this. If you guys are good and you've seen enough, then please let me know. I'll go ahead and wrap the stream up, and then you guys can follow other streams and look at other people who are doing commentary on this particular item. I will hang out and stream this as long as you want to. If you guys want to stream it even farther as it heads up into the north, I don't mind keeping this live onto this feed so that you can see those things. Just let me know down in chat, and I will do whatever the chat wants to do. Again, I'm here to serve you guys. Looks like we're getting ones on the board, so I'm going to go ahead and maintain this stream for a little bit longer. Don't leave me, Frosty. Thanks, Compton. I appreciate you, bud. Okay, well, I think the ones have spoken clearly. We've got a number of people who are saying one. Very cool. We've got Moosox just sent me a video on how to rifle Morgans. I'll have to share that with you here in a little while. But again, for the folks that are coming in and they're wondering, this is Frostbyte Coins, why in the hell is he showing the Eclipse? I do this because I enjoy bringing you guys information. I want to provide you the best information I can. And I'll be honest with you, I'm a little bit of a nerd, so I enjoy looking at some of these things and be able to share them with you, to talk wisely about some of the stuff that you're seeing, to be able to answer questions, to be able to talk about what we're seeing, give you, you know, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. There's always a reason. Occam's razor, right? The simplest answer usually is the correct one. But I like to do a little bit of research and provide you guys knowledge, provide you information. Normally that knowledge is about coins or collectible items, currency, things of that nature. Talk about bullion, silver, gold, primarily in the numismatic range. So talking about colonial gold and silver, pre-1933 gold is my favorite, and looking at stuff like this. But when we see major events like this, I want to make sure I share them with the community, because information and knowledge is power. So while I talk primarily about this, my channel is about coin collecting. My channel is about numismatic. My channel is an educational channel. It's brought to give you the best information that I can give you. But if I could provide you other information, or people say, hey, you know what would be really cool? Why don't you stream the Eclipse? And you know what? All for it. I'm happy to do so. All right, here we go. Check out Carbondale. Look at that. Now, they're showing, they're going to adjust. I'm sure they're going to adjust a little bit, but that is a really, really great picture of the corona. You can see the kind of the general mass. There we go. Even better. You can see now, again, you're looking at the mass ejections here. You can see a couple on this side. You can see some solar flares here. Now, the ones down here in this position, this lower quadrant of the sun, are probably the best ones. That's where we've been seeing the most activity on these solar flares. But when you look at the corona, you can see there's really nice solar flares. You can actually even see some of the, as you see the corona, you can actually see it kind of waver. The wavering from that usually is from the solar winds that created. So as the stuff blows out, it blows out particles of light, and it blows it out in stream. And so it creates this movement that is called the solar wind. That solar wind, actually, we feel it here on Earth, and as we get the solar radiation, it comes across our magnetic field. This is where our aurora borealis comes from, the northern lights. And so that's all starting to happen. Yeah, we're on full on daytime here. Linda, I'm really jealous of your ability to have seen this in clear skies. I'm really happy for you. That's absolutely fabulous. Like I said, this is the first one I got to experience where we had the darkening skies, where we had this. But if you look at this particular one, you can see some ejections happening up here in the top. You can see the activity. You don't see the activity just as well on this one. Hopefully, as we move north and we get into some clearer skies in the nation, we'll be able to see a couple more of these that are really, really nice. I do have to tell you, it's getting lighter outside again. Yeah, that's really cool. I don't know about the flares, the diamond ring, so you've taught me something. Oh, good. Here's the thing, okay? Education and knowledge is power to me. If you tell me that I've taught you something, if you like something and you let me know, that is the best compliment you can give me, okay? You can tell me that, hey, you put the screens together right. We really like the way that you set this up, and hey, we really like, your lighting is decent. Okay, great. That's all technical stuff. That's fun. But if you tell me, hey, Frosty, you taught me something new. Hey, I learned something watching your stream. That is by far the best compliment you can give me. I will take compliments like that over super chats and memberships any day, because knowledge is power, and the information that's shared, if it's retained, can get passed on to others. And that to me is very vital. But what you can do is, if you're not a subscriber, come down here and subscribe. It tells me that you're interested in the channel. It tells me that you like what I'm doing, and allows me to continue to do those kind of things. If you want to help the channel, you can, but I don't require that of anybody. If this is something you want to do it. I just want to bring you this stuff because I'll tell you what, I think this is pretty badass. I think this is cool stuff, and I want to make sure that I share it with everybody that I can. So thank you for hanging out with me today. Thank you for allowing me to share with this information with you, to talk a little bit about some of this. I appreciate you letting me come in and hang out with you. I enjoy this, and so this is cool. Let's see, what did I say? I was 14 in the 1994 eclipse. That was just a little while ago. I was in the Navy during that time frame. I think so. It's so cool, Compton. What did Compton say? I want to see the Northern Lights. Now, I got to see them once. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see them very long because, again, cloud cover. Cloud's my nemesis. I hate freaking clouds. Stargazing, comets. I wanted to see the comet during this thing. I wasn't able to show you the comet. Unfortunately, I didn't have the commentary thing. That's the other thing I should have had open, was the comet. Now, for those of you, there's the diamond ring again. Now, here's something. Yeah, I know, isn't it crazy? That's cool stuff, Compton. Here's a question. When that happened, you seen that kind of etching that kind of happened through. Does anybody know why that happened? Do we have any photography nerds or videography nerds that can tell me why the etching, the spacing, the blotching happened when the diamond ring occurred? This is another piece of just information. May help you, may benefit you one day, maybe not. The diamond ring caused it, but does anybody know why it occurred? So what I want to know, I'm about trivia. I like knowledge and I like imparting information, even if it is useless and stupid. My daughter calls me the Duke of Dad jokes and the purveyor of useless information. So yeah, absolutely phenomenal. Indianapolis, Indiana. So I'm not sure. Clearly you can see they're utilizing instead of the green, the standard green filters, they're utilizing a redder filter. We're 3/4 of the way covered. That's absolutely, no, aperture does not have to do it. Now, changes in aperture do. So what happens is when that corona passes and the sun actually does, the intensity, the intensity happens so fast that the filter, the sensor in the camera goes from not having very much light to be inundated in light. And so while it tries to adjust, it kind of, this is why they tell you never point your camera or your cell phone directly at the sun. You'll blow out your sensors and you'll actually ruin it. Those sensors are really light sensitive, especially if you're dealing with something like the Pro. I don't have the Pro here, the Max, where it has the multiple lenses that help you see things at night. It's one of those things that you want to be careful with there as well. I captured some of the Eclipse in a mason jar. Linda's got jokes. That's hilarious. We're getting ready to do that. So you got the diamond ring forming right there. Fabulous, fabulous shot of the diamond ring. That's gorgeous right there. That is beautiful. That is a true beautiful detection of that. I love how that ring formed. We'll have that little pop here, and then you'll see some great coronal views here. That's actually a very, very nice image. This one has turned out. This one looks like what I was hoping Arkansas would. You see these really nice solar flares up at around the 12. You can see the nice solar flare that's here on the right-hand side, just above that 230 position on your clock. You can see that right there, but you can see these solar flares, tons and tons of activity. I shot lightning. No thanks. And oh yeah, you definitely don't want to do that using a new solar camera. Oh, that's awesome, Stacking Surfer. That is really, really cool. What's going on? Good to see you, bud. Thanks for popping into the stream. I appreciate you being here. Another guy has a really good stacking channel. You got to go check him out. He's got some good stuff there. But you can see these solar flares. Your solar camera, are you getting some good solar flares? Hopefully you are. That would be awesome. If you got some sun spotting, please tag me in those and let me know if you're getting images of the solar with the sunspots. But again, down here in that kind of 5 o'clock position, this is where the largest solar flare happened during this that I've been able to see. The one here is growing. You're able to see this one here. This one's been growing over about the last half hour. But the one that was down here when they did it in Mazatlan had a beautiful arch. You could actually see the arch of that solar flare. It was fabulous. This one has since kind of dwindled down just a little bit. This solar flare is building here. This solar flare, like I said, has been building for about a half an hour. Looks like it's about ready to kind of settle back down. It looks like it's out from ejecting, kind of pulling back down into the gravity there on the surface of the sun. Prime time, good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, it's gorgeous, absolutely fabulous. For those of you that have beautiful skies, again, absolutely gorgeous image of the one that's happening here in Illinois. Again, some great photography. We got universities, they got celestial clubs, all sorts of different people putting together. Yesterday, I'm going to be doing a video after all this stuff is done, taking bits and pieces from all the video I did yesterday when we were in Kerrville. We went and checked out the NASA setup that was there. Took some pictures of some solar glasses that were massively huge. I mean, like gigantically huge, that they did when they had the annual eclipse. Took some, just some general area for the people that were there in Kerrville. Looks at some of the landscape and stuff like that, kind of some of the walking, some of the wildflower. So I'm going to be building that one to put that together. There's not a lot of details, yeah. But it's just really cool. Again, you'll see, actually, you can see a pretty good solar flare down there. But again, here we go. We got that sun getting ready to peak out of that 5:30, that 4 o'clock time frame. Here in another 30 seconds or close. Vote for Pedro. See, now this right here, this does my heart and soul good. A son and his father watching this together. Absolutely coming out of the 3 o'clock time frame. There you got that little diamond ring. Boom. Now the diamond ring leading into the eclipse sometimes can be better. This one was gorgeous. You see that right at that 3 o'clock time frame coming out there. Beautiful diamond ring there. That was absolutely fabulous. Again, y'all, thank you for being in here, for joining me. If you're new to the channel, come subscribe. Help me get to that 2K mark. I would really appreciate it. If you don't subscribe, no problem. I know I'm a coin channel. You just happen to come into a coin channel to check out an Eclipse, but at least hit that like, hit that button on your way out. Leave a comment down here and let me know that you came in. Hope everybody is really well. Seeing several locations like this makes me feel better about not seeing it in real life. Yeah, you know, I'm in an area where it was here. Again, Indianapolis is about ready to fire off. They're going to be hitting it off here in just a few seconds. Here's Cleveland, Ohio. Now, Cleveland, Ohio looks like they're going to have some good coloration on this as well. Hopefully we can see this. Yeah, we got drizzly rain. Looks like the drizzles have stopped, but we got heavy cloudy skies. Was able to see a little bit, wasn't able to see very much, unfortunately. But we were able to see, my oldest boy and I were able to see kind of a little bit of it. Took some photos. I'm not sure how well they're going to turn out. But I would much rather spend the time with you looking at this from the different viewpoints of NASA, kind of getting a feel for what they got here. Again, taking kind of like the screen behind me so you can see kind of what it looks like when you're at that ring. Fabulous. The one from Mazatlan was amazing. That was the one that had a really cool solar ejection down in that 5 o'clock range. Really, really nice solar arch down there. Really remind me of some of the cool stuff that happened when we were in looking darker in West Virginia, like a thunderstorm. Yeah, and that's exactly what it was like. It looked like we were having a massive thunderstorm. Really cool stuff. Again, just absolutely fabulous. I know a lot of people's time frames are ending. They're getting ready to head back to work. So a lot of people are going in and out. Your Wi-Fi is acting up. Oh no, that's not good. Hopefully it comes back up, but thank you for coming in, Lady B. I appreciate you. Again, as always, if you can, please hit that like button and subscribe. Just a couple of thank yous earlier. Dog World and you became a member threw out a couple dollars, $4 worth of super chats. Thank you so much for that. Tiger Stacker threw out a gifted membership for 5 people. So thank you so much for doing that earlier, Tiger. I definitely appreciate the support that you show this channel. Again, Tiger and I work together. Linda, thank you for sharing. Pretty special and fun. Otherwise, I would have watched it alone. Hey, I'm glad to be here. I'm really happy to be able to do that. Thank you so much for doing that. I just got outstanding Madison Grace and Alexis Faith Charger Gogger just subscribed. Thank you so much for the subscription. I appreciate that. It really does help out the channel. So thank you for that. It means a lot to me. I do appreciate it. We're about ready to have the next one here. You can see that just clicking away as it ekes into totality. This one's coming out of Cleveland, Ohio. Again, everything that you're seeing here is coming from various observatories throughout, all coordinated from NASA. I want to be very clear that the imagery showing here, there's that diamond ring. Look at that. See those solar flares? Check that out. Check out those solar flares. Look at that. Isn't that freaking awesome? That is amazing. See those solar flares down there about that 8 o'clock time frame? Look at that solar flare that's there. See those big bursts out there on that 8 o'clock time frame? Man, that's gorgeous. Look at the ones up top about 10:30, 11 o'clock. That's absolutely fabulous. That is gorgeous. Those are some wicked views there. Yeah, that's absolutely fabulous. So cool. And Linda, I'm happy that you are here so that we can kind of chit chat and talk through it. I definitely appreciate you coming in and hanging out and visiting. Blistering Barnacles, thank you for coming in. He's coming from the England. Thank you for being here from Europe. I do appreciate you. Check out that solar flare in the bottom right-hand corner as that shifts to the right. You still see a really cool solar flare. It's absolutely phenomenal. I've got people from work texting me images of the solar eclipse from where they're at. This is absolutely fabulous. Now, this image right here that you're seeing is a really good, I'm going to zoom out just a hair in this just to kind of give you a little bit better viewpoint of that corona, the aura that's around the sun. Again, that happens from the corona. So as that mass is ejected out from the surface of the sun, it creates these solar flares and these solar winds and things of that. So you'll see the aurora shift. We only can see the aurora, which is actually hotter than the surface of the sun during times of solar eclipse. So it's absolutely fabulous to see this. Now, NASA, along with a couple other nations, launched some rockets, not into the eclipse, folks, not into it. They launched it during the eclipse. And what they wanted to do is they wanted to check and measure some elements. Now, check this out down here. You can see a massive ejection here and a massive ejection here. These are two really large solar mass ejections. Those are thousands of miles deep, folks. We're talking about huge distances here. We're talking, farther than the United States. In many cases, some of these massive solar flares would be able to circumnavigate the Earth. I mean, it'd be bigger than the Earth altogether. I think that kind of stuff is absolutely fabulous. It's so cool to be able to see that stuff. Look at the size of that coronal ejection that's there. Look at that. That's absolutely, you can still see kind of the arching in that. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. I don't know if I'll be able to zoom in a little bit more. That's about as close as I can get. I'm going to pop out just a little bit. You can see, again, this is closed caption. This is all coming from NASA. You can see all the information is coming from NASA. This is all through, but look at the size of that coronal ejection. Check that out. That is freaking amazing, folks. I mean, like, this is crazy. Okay. You don't see this stuff very often. The normal person will never see this outside of a photograph. This is crazy. Look at the size of that. Holy crap. That is so cool. Look at the size of that solar flare. Look at that. Those are monstrous. We're talking thousands of miles in distance that's happening during this time frame. This is crazy. But this solar flare here, this one even dwarfs the one. There we go. Boom. And just as quickly as it came, it's gone. But I'll tell you what, out of all the ones that we've seen, that mass ejection, the image that they just showed there, I want you to remember that because you guys saw that like in real time. This is something that you'll see videos of this. You'll see photos of this. You'll go back and you'll see nicer images. You'll go back and you'll watch the news tonight and you'll watch that and you'll be like, I saw it when that was happening. I know exactly what was going on. This is going to be one of those things, not to compare it with like major events, but I'm going to know what I was doing. I'm going to remember that I was live streaming during this event. I know where I was at when Reagan got shot. I knew where I was at when 9/11 happened, and I know where I'm going to be, and I know what I was going to be doing when I saw one of the coolest solar flares ever happen. I was streaming YouTube to a bunch of really cool people and sharing the solar eclipse across the nation. I think this is really cool. But that solar flare that you just saw, that was crazy. Folks, please do me a favor. That deserves a like, if nothing else, because that was cool. Like, I'm totally geeking out. I'm outside. I wish I had a lens for the camera. I totally forgot, even though I've been talking about this for months. Yeah, I did the same thing when I did the one for the annual eclipse that happened back in October. It was one of those hits the earth by crypto. Richard Metcalf, truer words were never spoken. And ironically, there was one not too long ago that it was only 9 minutes as far as direction that would have actually hit and could have wiped us out for a couple years. So massive solar ejections can cause havoc with our geosynchronous orbits, the satellites that are out there, financial power grids, that kind of stuff. They definitely can play an impact. And I'm not a doom and gloom. I believe in prepping. I believe in being smart, but this is just fact. This is just one of those, Compton, I was here. Yeah, I'm glad you were here, Compton. Linda, I'm glad you were here. Michael Stacking, Lady Bluegrass. West Virginia Glitter, Brown Sugar, Robert Medcalf, I mean, Silver Blitz, look, Malcolm's Coins, Jack Gallman, all you guys, thank you for being here with me today. This is absolutely fabulous. I appreciate that I was able to do this for you. His Special K, that's my mom, folks. She is up in Oregon, and I get to experience this. Unfortunately, cloudy skies kind of prevented us from doing any more. I'm hoping that here, this New York shot is another one like we just got in Illinois. That Chicago, folks, that you're going to want to go back. You're going to want to watch that piece, because that mass ejection that just happened was fabulous. What's up, OC Stacker? He's like, I was here too. I say he. I hope it's a he. I hope I remember that right. Yeah, and I'm going to remember where I was at for this. You guys made this extremely special for me. For the people that are coming in, smashing the like. I've gotten some subscribers from you guys. And folks, if you're here and you haven't subscribed, please do me a favor. It's free to the channel. It's free to you. But it really helps me. I'm trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. If you're interested in looking at coins, looking at silver, gold, and stuff like that, you're interested in looking at those things, please do me a favor. I try to bring the best information I can, and not necessarily just about numismatic and stacking, but just the information in general. If there is good information that I can give you, I'm going to try and do what I can to help serve my community. So if I can provide you stuff like this, Chewy Doc with the $9.99 super chat, I appreciate that. You know what? Any knowledge on how pilots handle an eclipse? Now, this is Chewy Doc's first ever super chat on a live stream. That's absolutely fabulous. You get those little notes and stuff like that here. So I want to celebrate that with him. Chewy Doc, I'm honored that it was on mine, that you chose to do that. That's your first one. That's absolutely fabulous. Thank you so much for that. I do appreciate that. Very, very cool. Now, the question was, any knowledge on how pilots handle an eclipse? Basically, they wear protective gear. They have glasses and stuff that they wear. I'm sure that the computer systems deviate them from flying directly into that. I guarantee you that there are FCC requirements as far as eye protection and flares and lens protection and stuff that happens during that time frame. Stay Awake TV has just subscribed to the channel. Thank you so much, Stay Awake TV. I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. I appreciate that a ton. That is absolutely fabulous. I do appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And again, Chewy Doc for the $9.99 super chat. I appreciate that. Yeah, and again, it's there. There's definite things that they take into place. One of the best people to ask is one of the few pilots that I know that streams. His name is Pistol Packing Pilot. You can reach out to Pistol Packing Pilot and ask that question. I will reach out to Pistol Packing Pilot and I will make a short that actually answers that question. I'll see if he has some availability and I'll reach out to him and I'll get that answer for you. And I will tag you in it. I'm actually going to write that down and document this so that I have that. If I can find a pen, here we go. And I'm going to make sure that I have that so I can respond back to you, Chewy Doc. AKA Brett says, I was here. Chewy Doc. Pilots and Eclipse. Okay, what I'll do is I will go through and I will tag you. I will find out the answer and I will create a short and I will tag you in that short. I think I can tag you in a short. If not, I'll call you out by name. I'll put it in my community page and I'll make sure that you are aware of what the actual answer is. But I will get that answer. I've got friends who are pilots. I'll reach out to them and ask them exactly what's going to happen and what they do in that situation. And I'll get you that information. LAP Coins is in the house. Clouds are covering my view. Yeah, we had the same issue. Here we go, New York. We got that diamond ring coming out. You can already see some of the major solar flares that are happening there at about the 6:30 and about that 12:30 hour. The big solar flare is down here about 5 o'clock. Hopefully they push that through. Won't let you forget. No, I'll make sure I'll be doing this as soon as this stream is actually, you know what I might do? Hey, Mom, question for you. You still here? Just sent you my video footage. Oh, Stacking Surfer, you're a stud. Thank you so much, dude. I appreciate it. Outstanding. If you still have ways to get a hold of our friends from Utah, the pilot that was there, I'm not going to drop any names, but Mr. George, if you can reach out, do you have their information? And if so, I'm going to reach out to them and let them know. I'll have that answer for you by the end of the day. Okay, if we can do that, I'd like to find out from Jeff if he has that, and if he does, then we'll see if we can find that, but I'll make sure I do that. Stacking Surfer, I really appreciate that a ton, man. Again, folks, if you like stacking gold, silver, and you like that kind of stuff, like to stay up on money, understand things like crypto and banking, that dude's an up-and-coming channel. You need to go check out his channel. He's got some great stuff. He's growing like wildfire, and it's because of the information he has. So go check out that stuff. Mandy Candy. Hi, Mandy. How you doing? I didn't see you on the other side. Thank you so much for coming in. I definitely appreciate this. So for those of you who haven't tried to stream both in horizontal and portrait mode, you got two chats you got to worry about. So you got to be bouncing back and forth looking at this. It's busy work. And you have to be monitoring your stuff and be watching your social stuff. So it's a lot of activity. There's a lot of stuff going on. Is this a new format of live streaming? First time I've seen it. It's not necessarily a new format. It's been around for a little bit, but what I'm doing here, you won't see very many people do. It's a lot of work while you're streaming to be able to manage both. You have a lot of structure to set up. A lot of people won't do it. They'll choose one or the other. I want to provide my viewers the best thing that I can do. I want to give them the best information that I can in whatever format works for them. So I'm really trying to go above and beyond and provide you guys the best stuff that I can. So I'm trying to experiment and push the boundaries with these things that can be done. There's a lot of gamers and things like that that are already doing this stuff that are top notch. I'm trying to glean information from them to provide you some good actionable video footage, that live streams and stuff like that, to be able to see these kind of things. Oh man, we just passed totality. Dude, it's crazy stuff, man. It went like crazy dark here. I look outside and it's just normal day. You wouldn't have known anything happened if you happened to step through it. Wasn't Totality Hill, but it's still cool. Yeah, it's amazing stuff. We got Maine going off here in just a few moments. We must have lost the New York feed because it didn't last very long. So hopefully we get some better viewing here. I was hoping that we got some more. And again, Tiger's my buddy. Go check out his channel. If you guys happen to know who Yankee Stacker is, he's got a killer banter with rigged and not rigged. If you want to laugh, you're having a bad day, go check out that rig stuff. It's freaking hilarious. But we got some amazing stuff. Coin Making Sense. They do a lot of stuff with doing coin searches and stuff like that. He's got a lot of fun channels, got some great videos out there. Go check out there. We got some great channels in this stream right now. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you supporting me and coming in to do this. Again, folks, if you're not a subscriber to the channel and you come in and you like what you see, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, smash that like. Let's get that algorithm to fire off and let people know that we're here. We are almost ready. We're almost done with the Path of Totality. We're hitting Maine. This is the last basic one. I don't know what else is going to be shown, but we can talk a little bit about it later. And if people are interested, where is Nick's Coins? They're probably, yeah, no worries, Tiger. Happy to have you. Mandy is back inside. She said it's so awesome. LAP, hopefully you were able to see at least the darkening a little bit. CMC, but CDC. I missed that comment. Wasn't sure what you meant. Oh. Yeah, no worries. It's like, hi, CDC. I was like, CDC's here? I work with them from time to time. I was like, wow, that's cool. Coins Making Sense. Yes, CMC. I got you. I'm tracking. You had me squirreled there for a minute. But again, thank you all for coming in and hanging out with me. No, thank you for asking. So this, again, I want to bring you guys the best information I can. Again, if you're brand new to this channel, you're just coming in, you want to learn about coins and numismatics, you see all this stuff, and there's a lot of misinformation out there, folks. There's a lot of stuff that tells you can make it rich just by looking at your pocket change. Go check out this 1970 quarter. It's worth $30,000. You can find it. You know what? Maybe, maybe not. Most likely not. A lot of stuff that people show are fake just to get likes and subscribes. I'm not about likes and subscribes. I want them because I want my channel to grow, but what's more important to me is giving you good, solid information, making sure you have information that's actionable and stuff that will actually benefit you as a collector. So if this is something you're interested, you really want to know what's crap out there, you want to know what's not good out there, subscribe to the channel, follow, and I'll make sure that I give you the best information I can. I'm also interested in bringing you other data and other information like this. Members of the community asked me, are you going to do this? I wanted to do something outside live, but we had cloudy, rainy skies. I wasn't able to do it. So I put this together to try and present something to you that was beneficial. If you guys like this kind of stuff, tell me. I'll do it. You know, even if I have to create a Frosty's miscellaneous crap, I will create a stream that does Frosty's miscellaneous crap, and we'll talk, you know, stupid dad jokes, and we'll do videos, streams, and we'll talk about all sorts of stuff because I want to give you guys information. Siren! Hey, my favorite mod. How you doing, Siren? I love Siren. She's the emoji queen. She's got the hearts on blast. Love you, my friend. Thank you so much for being in here. I appreciate it. Just watched the movie Apocalypto. Loved it. Actually, I haven't seen that one. Good to see you, though. Thank you for being in here. And again, folks, if you're new to the channel, if you haven't already done so, please hit that like button and consider subscribing. You don't have to do it. I don't ask for super chats. I don't ask for memberships. I do ask that you subscribe and let me know that this is something that you like. If there's something that you like or something that you're interested in, woo, there we go with the diamond ring. Check that out. Look at that blast. That's gorgeous. Up here in the top, you'll see, again, beautiful solar flare. We're going to start seeing that beautiful, beautiful corona. Check that out as that disappears. Look at that coronal blast. I love it. It's awesome. This is so spectacular. Folks, you have made my day absolutely fabulous. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you guys. I'm excited when I leave here. I'm probably going to need a nap because I'm going to be so tired. I really do love Frosty's miscellaneous crap ideas. Hey, it's an idea. You know what? I might do it because I want to bring you guys good information and I want to share if those things that interest you. My job is to do things that you guys like, right? I can tell you all the stuff that I like and you may not find it interesting, but if we both have something in common and I can help you learn or grow or do something, I really want to help you do that. But check this out. This is an absolutely fabulous, fabulous view of this corona. This is gorgeous. This is absolutely beautiful. If they turn the corona down, and they might, down here in this lower quadrant was an amazing solar flare. If you want to see a solar flare, if they don't do this and we just stick on this giant corona, not a big deal, but probably about, man, what was it? A good 4 or 5 minutes ago. Hey, Gold Sniping Farmer, what's going on, bud? Very uneventful eclipse on your end. Yeah, we didn't have a very good one here. It got really dark, but we didn't get to see a lot. But guess what? We've seen some really, really cool stuffs here on the stream. So you can go back, scroll that back about 3.5 or 4 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. You make my son. Oh, thanks, Mom. I love you. You can scroll back maybe about 5, 6 minutes, 7 minutes or something like that. And you can see some of the coolest coronal ejections. Really nice, beautiful. It's the one that happened when they showed Chicago. Absolutely fabulous. I got geeky on that one. It's absolutely beautiful. And again, when you see better images later on, you'll see them in the news. You'll see them on the NASA website. You'll see them through social media. Just remember that you saw it here with Frosty, okay? Because I'm going to remember where we were at during this time frame. I'm going to remember who I was with during this time frame, and I appreciate that. Tiger Stacker, thank you, bud. I appreciate you so much. Frosty is an excellent researcher. Trust me, I know I'm good, but Frosty is better. Dude, I appreciate you. That's very kind. Thanks for the $5 super chat. I appreciate you a ton, bud. He's a guy that I'm working with. Now, folks, I will tell you this. Hey, what's going on, Eric? Eric's another guy who's a brilliant dude, loves coins, loves cents. has taught me a ton in this hobby, and I am better for knowing Eric. So Eric, thank you so much for popping in and saying hi. I do appreciate it. I haven't seen Paula, but Paula's the other person who has been an amazing mentor when it comes to coins and teaching me stuff and being there to say, no, that's not quite right. Teaching me the proper way to speak it and say it and show it and view it. So great shout out to Paula for that as well. But Tiger Stacker and I are working something. To be very clear, we have a really, really cool project that is coming up here. Here we go. There's that diamond ring. They're going to put that lens cap back on, make sure that it doesn't blow those sensors out of that probably $50,000 camera that they have viewing that on that telescope. And now we're going to have that change, and we're going to get back into just seeing the normal sun. Now, I'm not sure if we have any other sites on this particular thing. This stream may be wrapping up. We'll give it just a few more minutes to kind of see what they have going on, see if there's any talk or commentary. Again, huge shout out to NASA for an amazing set of footage as we walk the sun across the United States. Gorgeous views. We've had some unfortunate weather throughout much of northern Mexico, through San Antonio, all the way up into Kerrville, into those areas. But again, thank you so much for joining me. NASA did a great job. I got some footage. I'll be putting out a video maybe tomorrow of some of the stuff that happened and some additional footage. Do the walkthrough of where we will look through at NASA, introduce you to SkyQuest. I picked him up to take him to Kerrville. A little bit of the stuff in there. What's up, me? Hey, there's my brother from another Navy mother. I appreciate you being in here. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming in and hanging out with me. I really, really do appreciate you. Yes, a lot of the views that were here were coming from NASA. We had cloudy skies. I wasn't able to do it. Unfortunately, we did not see, we got to see some minor stuff here. There wasn't really anything cool. But again, all the video credit for this one goes to NASA. All of this stuff, they've done a great thing streaming these items. I'm not sure if there's going to be more. But again, folks, if you look at that green banner, 1707, I've got a number of subscribers still to go. My road to 2K. My goal is to hit that by the end of May. I said the 1st of May. I spoke incorrectly. It's actually by the end of May. That's 300 subs. So if you know somebody that likes coins or you have interest in that, please do me a favor. Send them over the channel. I promise you, if the information's not up to their standard, I'm not going to ask them to subscribe. But I promise you, I'll do my best to be the best information that I can give, to share with you true and accurate. And if there's a video that I put out that speaks incorrect information, if I can't edit it, I'll pull it down. I don't want information that's not true and reliable, because I want to provide you the best information I can. You can take that information to the bank. You can take that information for what it's worth. If you look at a video and you see something that's wrong, now I'm not talking about me misspeaking something or saying something backwards, or saying, like, I show a picture of a president, I speak his name wrong. I'm not talking about little stuff like that. Accidents happen. But if I'm talking about something and I give you blatantly wrong information and I find out it's wrong, I'll pull it down if I can't edit it out of that video. I make you that promise now. I want to provide you the best information I can, and I'll make sure I do whatever I can to do it. So again, if that doesn't deserve a subscription, then I'll tell you what, I don't know what does, because I don't know what else to do other than to provide you the best information that I can, and to do stuff like this, to bring things that are of interest to a lot of people so that we can have fun and talk and communicate into the community and share things that we like. Dog World in You says, love stickers. You guys got some good stickers too, Dog World in You. And again, Dog World in You, if you like animals, go check out that channel. Dog World in You LLC has a great channel. They do a lot of good stuff with obedience training. They talk about training dogs to protect your assets, your family, your money, and your property. So if that's something that you're interested in, or you're looking for somebody, go check out their channel. They're a great channel. And again, talking about stacking and prepping and something like that, if that's something that you're interested in, again, there's a lot of channels to do this, but a good way to do it is through companionship and the love of an animal. So again, folks, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up here. You guys have given me a wonderful, wonderful subscription, or a live stream subscription live stream. I appreciate you guys coming in and supporting the channel. Thank you for the subscriptions. Thank you for the super chats. If you're watching the replay on this, again, consider subscribing. It's free to you, but it helps the channel a ton. And again, my goal, 2K by the end of May. And I'll get there. I'll do everything I can in my power to provide it. If you have information that you want to see, do me a favor, send me an email. My information is in the description of my channel. Go check it out and we'll do what we can. Dallas, Texas, again, they're showing the fadeaway shots, everybody getting back to normal. So I hope you guys are well, be blessed. And folks, I'll see you in the streams. Take care. Frosty out. Have a wonderful day. And again, thank you with everything.